everyone. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. So today I'm going to be reviewing the reimagined Hulu's Hellraiser. So Hellraiser is a 2022 remake of the original Hellraiser movie. I wasn't a big fan of the original Hellraiser film. I liked the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. Those are my favorite Hellraiser films. I didn't really enjoy the first Hellraiser too much because it didn't have enough Cenobites in it, and that's what kind of like. I may watch it again this year and may review it. Maybe, who knows? But I wasn't a big fan of the original Hellraiser. So when I heard about this new Hellraiser movie, I'm like, will this be good? I don't know, because they remade Hellraiser a lot of times, and then the sequels of Hellraiser that was after Bloodline were like trash. Like they had nothing to do with Hellraiser at all. And like the other new remakes were like the shitty versions of Hellraiser. So I was like, will this be good? I don't know. So when I saw the trailer and I saw that Hulu was making it, I was kind of intrigued because we got Prey. And Prey was an amazing movie for the Predator films. If you haven't seen my review on it, check it out. So I was like, let me watch this Hellraiser movie and see how it is. So the way it takes place, there's this girl named Riley. You know, she's a druggie, she's an addict, and she's trying to recover. Her brother has been trying to help her out for years, and it hasn't been going well. And, you know, she's messing around with this guy that's not really good for her. And then she ends up, like, her and her boyfriend end up finding the puzzle box, you know, from Hellraiser. And then she ends up playing with the box. Of course, you shouldn't play with the Hellraiser box. I don't know why you want to do that. But she ends up doing it. And then something happens to her brother. He ends up missing. And now the box is connected to her brother's disappearance. And now she's on a quest to find out where is her brother and how did he go missing. So during this movie, it was different. This whole movie was completely different than the original Hellraiser film. And what I do enjoy about this movie, the box itself plays a major role in this film. Because in the original Hellraisers, the box was, yes, the key to hell itself, and it was the key to the, you know, Cenobites, to bring out the Cenobites. But in this particular version of the film, it was a key puzzle to unlocking a lot of things that happened in this movie, which was really, really cool. I find it really cool when it came to that, because this box had different configurations, and each configuration means something. And I was like, wow, this is a lot different, a lot better than, to me, the original when it comes to the box itself. The Cenobites, they look great. They look really different. Instead of wearing that black leather like they always use, it's mostly the costume is their skin. Is their skin, and they look totally different, but they look very eerie, very creepy looking. And like the kill scenes, like in Hellraiser, very gory, very, very gory. But to me, I find it that this one wasn't as gory as the original, but they were very gruesome and very like you know, shock porn, like not shock horror type stuff. So it was very unique. And the story with the Cenobites is funny how in this one they follow Leviathan in this film more. They follow his lead. They follow his every rule. So it's like in the original Pinhead, you felt like he was the ruler of hell. He was the devil himself. But in this one, you could tell that the Cenobites they have a leader that leads them. And the same with Pinhead. She felt like, you know, Leviathan is her god, and they're the servants. Not like in the original is more like Pinhead want control, and he didn't need Leviathan to do his weird, lusty torture stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot different. And I feel like the female version of Pinhead in this movie really worked for this story. I cannot see the male version of Pinhead in this movie, really. It didn't work like that. Her presence and her essence really brought out the film really well, really good. The girl that plays Pinhead in this one is phenomenal. All the Cenobites were like weird and crazy. And the story itself was like a big mystery, ready to be unlocked at the end. And we had some surprising moments. Riley, the girl that plays Riley, the main character, I mean, you don't like these characters that much, but then when it starts getting closer and closer, you kind of rooting for them, but you kind of like, man, are they worth to be saving type of deal? And it just, the story itself with the puzzle box and with the Cenobites really flush out the story really well. At the end of the movie was a good, like, it had a little good twist to it, but it was like, it finished the story really good. It came to a good conclusion. So they don't really have to make a sequel for this one. But if they did, I mean, I could see them, but I want them to make a prequel if possible, because I can't see a sequel. This was a good ending to it. And I gotta say, this movie was really good. It had a lot of lore in it. I love the lore. They really focus on the lore, and they focus on this this is like before Riley gets the box. There's this rich guy that he was the founder of the box. He's the one that like dedicated his life researching on the box and everything, because Leviathan is something like he's fascinated about. He wanted to know who Leviathan was. So he plays a major role and key to this film as well. So I gotta say, like, Hulu, you did it again. You know what? Give all the horror IP to Hulu, because it looks like they know what they're doing. Because you got Prey, which was amazing, and you got this movie, which was great too. And I gotta say, do I love it? Do I hate it? Or is it something in between? I gotta give it on the real for real. That's why I give it on the real for real. The movie was great. I didn't love it. The reason why, there were certain pacing issues I had with it, but those pacing issues didn't bother me as much. But this movie is a solid film. I gotta say, they did an amazing job. If they're thinking of doing a sequel, I would advise them to do a prequel and where the box was, how the box was created, where did the box came from, what is this, where did this lore of Leviathan, and how did the priestess Pinhead, how did she become Pinhead herself? Like, I would like to see that story, but a sequel doesn't really need it doesn't really need one. They really finished this off really well. So, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought about Hellraiser. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or is it something in between? Did you like it better than the original? I personally do like it better than the original. But to me, my favorite Hellraiser is the second one. So I like that one better than this one. But it's still way better than the original film. Yeah. So like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.